Hello friends, today I wanted to make a little bit different of a video to show you guys the process of how I try and keep everything organized and ready for me to scrap whenever I feel like it, essentially. I have like 6 years of scrapbooks that look like this, that are ready to be scrapped with pages that are finished and not, but this is just how I find myself to enjoy doing scrapbooking. So I'm going to walk you through all of it. I'll get to all my tips as we go through. So I organize all of my photos when I first get them. I try and stay on top of printing. So I just found out about Amazon.com. They do Prime Photos. So you can get all of your photos printed very quickly and a lot cheaper than Snapchat, Snapfish, and Shutterfly. Not that it's like 100% cheaper, because a lot of the times when they have like their penny prints, but then the shipping's like $25 anyways, right? So, highly suggest Amazon. I really liked the quality. But I'm going through my album right now, trying to show you guys. I have pages that are done, I have pages that aren't done, kind of just waiting for inspiration or papers that I want to use. And as you can see, there's some pages that are completely done. Some are in a page protector ready to be scrapped or embellished. But essentially, I have them all in, kind of in the pocket pages that I want to use. So when I'm inspired by paper or I get my kits, I go through this and I say, ooh, like, this looks really good. I'm ready to scrapbook this. Or sometimes I just say, okay, this page needs to be done. Let's scrapbook it. But essentially, I do all of my scrapbooking in chronological order. I typically do events. So I'm not someone who scrapbooks like weekly, if that makes sense. So I'm just going through my album and going to now, I'm kind of in the place I think I left off with photo printing, essentially. That's where I'm opening it up. And I'm going to look through my photos and find a page protector that matches. I have a whole separate binder that has all of my different page protectors, and I try and keep them as organized as I can. So ones that are smaller go in the front, and then I try and keep them as like horizontal and or vertical. I also have open page protectors, so photos that I want to not be in a project life, but to be in its own special kind of place. That's where I put that. And sorry, this is a little white balance. I know that it's not necessarily the greatest lighting right now, but um, we'll survive. So what I'm doing right now is I'm choosing the next event that came after that, which is a work party that I had. Took my favorite photo from it, and then now I'm going to go through my photos and see if I have vertical or horizontal, so I know which page protector to choose. And every single photo ended up being horizontal except for one, which then isn't really going to be used because I'm not going to find a pocket page with like vertical and horizontal where you can use like the whole photo. And when you print like this, you don't really have the chance to like put multiple photos in the same pocket because I'm not making them smaller so I can fit a couple in there. Sometimes I'll print them on my own so I can make them smaller, but sometimes I just want to print. I just want to put them in. I just want them ordered. I just want them in my hands. I don't want to do all the special editing. I don't want to put them smaller, figure it out, and hope when it gets to me it's the size that I want. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to be creative and, scrapbook the memories that I have. So right now I'm choosing my favorite photos and I'm putting it in this pocket page. I could only choose 4 of these photos because I don't have any of them that are going to fit in that line, which is fine because I don't need every single one of these. So I kind of, pick and choose which one I want to be put in. And I really liked this one of me, but unfortunately the other people didn't look as good. My coworker's hair is like all up in her face. So even though, I enjoy me and my other coworker in the corner, it is what it is. since sometimes in the future I may change my mind. I may want to switch out one of these photos when I'm actually in the scrapbooking process. So I'm just going to put this on the sister side of this layout where I have the photo in the pocket page. So if I ever want to use that while I'm scrapbooking, I have all of these to put in there. I don't throw them out quite yet. And yes, the photos I don't use, I throw out. It's just going to take up so much space, and I'm never going to look through them again. If the memory's been documented and ready to go, then I'm not going to keep going. So really quick, like I said, I do scrap chronologically, and I have all of my uploads on my Facebook. I upload almost all of my photos anyway, so they're all time-stamped within Facebook. So I'm just looking through my photo feed to make sure when I put them in my actual album, I'm putting them chronologically. So sometimes it doesn't work out if like two sister pages don't fit together, like I don't have a bunch of horizontal to put on the other side of horizontal page protector. Sometimes, it just doesn't happen. So that's fine. I try and date it anyway, but I ultimately am trying to keep everything chronologically. So I noticed that this was before a bridal shower that I went to. So I'm putting that in this pocket page, and sorry it's getting a little blurry, but I think we all get the point. Um, so now I have these in my album ready to go and ready to scrapbook. So I'm looking through my phone just once more to make sure to figure out where my vacation photos are going to go next, which conveniently was before the party. But I think I ended up putting all of these after the party, now that I think about it. But it's fine. Like I said, I time stamp everything, or I put little like labels and dates on everything, so it's really not that big of a deal. And thankfully, almost all of these photos are horizontal, so that other page that I use is going to work perfectly. I'm just going to play around and put the photos back in. And I won't waste my time talking about this part anymore because essentially, I'm just trying to find pocket pages, just trying to get it into my album, picking out my favorite photos so that when I do get inspiration and want to start scrapbooking, all of my photos are ready to go. For a very long time, I felt very overwhelmed with just like boxes of photos. I can't even explain to you. It gives me anxiety just thinking about it. So this really did help me put all my photos in, see what I was missing, which I was missing a lot. I'm backlogged into 2011. I mean, not really all backlogged because as you can see, this is my 2016 album, but I'm just having fun, scrapbooking whatever I feel like at that moment. So I'm going to go now and show you guys how I then, after everything's in the album, kind of choose. So once everything's in my album and I'm ready to go, I normally get my kits then. I've been really loving scrapbooking out of kits that I get, and I currently subscribe to Citrus Twist. So when I get my kit in the mail and it's all organized, I get all my paper, I get all my embellishments out, and I go page by page and see which ones I haven't done yet and just choose from there. Whichever kind of speaks to me with the paper and the photos. That's what I do. Don't do it in order. I just scrap whatever I feel like at that moment. And I'm still very overwhelmed with the amount of photos that I have, I'm not going to lie, but this does put a little bit of ease on me to know that they're just in an album, and people want to flip through photos, now they can flip through photos too without everything needing to be done. But yeah, this is really what I do. If you guys have any suggestions or do it any differently, please leave a comment below and let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe it inspired you to go put all of your photos in your album, how you want it to be done, and get all your photos printed and ready to be scrapbooked. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.